let's go live for a minute, see what's going on around the city a little bit, just a little bit. So today's been a good day. I thank God for waking me and my family up every day. Thanks for this job, you know. So I got another phase, another job coming up. So after that, I just need another good 6 months, possibly a year. And Lord's willing, I'm gonna run my own thing. I'm gonna be telling people what to do. And if you don't do your job, what you're supposed to be doing, you're out the door. I'll make sure I pay the top dollar for the meter. But I'm not going with the bull crap no more. Because that's when you hiring people that you think are cool with you, they're no good. Especially the brothers. This is from my experience. They ain't hitting on nothing, you know. They'll talk about you behind your back like a coward do, you know what I'm saying, and then laugh in your face. I've experienced this. When I was running the job in DeKalb County, I put people on that I thought was all right because we worked together on different jobs. But you got to always remember, if you have people in your life that done snake you or whatever, so what you think a stranger gonna do? A stranger now, you think he's cool with you? I'd rather go hang with my homeboy that done talking about me like a dog than to hang with somebody I just met, you know, because a lot of them are fake. So it's like you gotta weed the fake people out. So, you know, I just want to get a whole fresh, new, clean slate with the meter business, and I'm gonna run my own thing. You gotta learn. You gotta know how to repipe. That's gonna be my number one thing, because I was on the job and it was a guy that knew how to repipe, but he lied and said he didn't know how to repipe. But then somebody told me, said, "Yeah, man, I showed that guy how to repipe. He know how to repipe." So I was like, "Okay, he done that because I was the project manager, and that showed you how people are, which is crazy. Why you don't want me to be the project manager? You know, I don't understand. You know, so it's just a lot of hate going on, especially amongst us. You know, amongst black people. You know, I don't know why we hate on each other, which we know is self-hate or whatever. You know how that goes. Hello, how y'all doing? I'm driving, so and a lot of times I don't tap on it to invite or whatever, because I'm still new with it right now. I'm trying to still learn a little bit of the liveness, you know. So my first stop, now I think I'll go on my way back, because when I go to the other Winn-Dixie in the hood, they don't have everything that they have out here, you know. So that's the only thing. Then another thing, so I done a video with doing my avocados, right? So I done my avocados, and matter of fact, I done 4 avocados the other day, and they replaced so let's back up. Okay, so in my hotel room, I had a refrigerator. So the refrigerator, the refrigerator was leaking water it'll leak inside the refrigerator. But everything in the refrigerator stayed nice, cool room temperature and everything, right? So then they give me another refrigerator, which is worse than the first refrigerator. You know? It's worse than the first refrigerator. So at least the other refrigerator had water and I always wiped it out. The freezer stayed good and cool. It had the temperature thermometer in there. So this refrigerator gave me is right there beside the door where the temperature thermometer at. It don't even dang on work. So I goes and get avocado, And even though they was on sale, it's still 5 for $5. I still lost out on money because you gave me a refrigerator and it don't work out the bottom. The bottom don't get cool. It gets a little cool, like if, let's see, I'm trying to know how to explain it. When you stick your hand in there, it don't feel cool. It just feels like you can feel like a little cool. Like if you put something in there, like a little insect or whatever, it probably won't even hurt him. He probably won't even freeze. I don't know. But the freezer get cold. Yeah, that's number one. So I can't buy and do my videos because, you know what I'm saying? You gave me an ill will refrigerator, and I don't appreciate that. First of all, the refrigerator, when I got the refrigerator in my room, I hadn't got rid of all my roaches out in my room. So when I do it this time, they bring the refrigerator in and roaches in the refrigerator. Not inside the refrigerator, but behind the refrigerator. They brought it from another, wherever it came from, it was roach infested, whatever that room is. One thing about me, I'm confused when I see people dress up flashy and all this here. I'm not just going to say women, because the guys too. And their rooms are infested with roaches and nobody complain about it. People have moved out of this hotel where we're at right now. They literally moved out of this hotel because of the roaches. I met several people and said, no, I can't stay there. It's roaches. So as soon as I open the door, I see a roach running like, I'm not used to that. You know, so most people's not used to that, and I understand, I get it. But I know how to get rid of the roaches. You know what I'm saying? You have to, number one, you want to make sure you clean everything up real good, sweeping and everything. Get all the trash and everything, cracks, corners, under beds, whatever. Everywhere you got to clean. Then you bleach mop the floor. So I'm telling the manager, and she's telling me, well, we can't bleach mop, we can't put bleach on the floors or Fabuloso or whatever. I said, well, that's going to resolve your problem of getting rid of the roaches as long as the floor stand. A Swift ain't going to do a dang thing. I'm going to tell you that right now. A Swift ain't doing nothing. So, but yeah, so the roaches in the in the back of the refrigerator, I done got rid of all the roaches now. You don't see no roaches in my room no more. That took me another 2 extra weeks to throw onto that. But you have to, but let's go back to what I was saying about the you're gonna bleach mop the floor, but you're gonna make sure you clean everything off first. Sweep, mop, clean your cabinets inside, clean your cabinets inside out and everything. Clean your floor inside out. If you got carpet in there, you make sure you sweep it real good. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, then you're gonna bleach mop the floor real good. Let it dry. Let it dry real good. Don't let it half dry or nothing like that. Let it dry. Once it's dry, then you're gonna get your home defense spray. I've done a video of it, but I'm just talking to you guys and telling you how to do it now. But you cannot have kids or animals because the last part of it is going to be the part that you got to be real cautious with, and we're going to get to that. So you're going to make sure once you bleach mop, let it dry, spray the whole interior, inside, outside, vents, everything. Just spray everything crazy in the room. Just go crazy on everything and spraying with the home defense spray. Then you're going to let that dry. Now, what I do when I do my home defense spray, I go over the floor and I just go all the way across like I'm mopping, but I'm just spraying it after I've done the corners and everything, you know? So, just have to make sure I don't want to violate no traffic laws because I got a different tag here. But anyway, so I always zigzag across the floor, spraying with the home defense spray. Then I let that dry. It's going to take a minute for it to dry because you sprayed the whole floor with it after you've done the sides, the windows, the doors, cracks, everything. Then once it's dry, you're going to get anything that kill red ants. Any powder form that kill red ants, oh, it's going to kill a roach. Roach can't survive. I've seen when I've done it before, when I first was doing it, I've seen roaches, you'll see a roach, he'll get away from you. Man, you'll see that joker the next day laying on his back. That's how strong that spray is. That's why you cannot do it around kids or animals. That's on your own risk if you do it, but that's how it goes, you know? So you want to make sure that is done, but you have to do this every 2 weeks if you got a roach infested. You got to keep doing it. When I first done it, my sister, me and my sister was living in, I was staying with her in an apartment, and roaches came all of a sudden. I know why, but I'm not going to say. It wasn't my sister, but anyway, the neighbors was upstairs. They had roaches. The neighbors next door had roaches. So you know the roaches gonna come where it's clean at, because if any little crumb, they be like, oh man, this is a new place we can go at. We can drop our eggs right here. But anyway, so I got rid of the roaches. My sister was like, wow, 30 days, it knocked all the roaches out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And everywhere I go, I've been doing it ever since. But like I said now, I'm gonna repeat it over again, because some people don't listen, they don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? They go by what he say, she say. You have to continue to do it every 2 weeks. Once you do it for every 2 weeks for the 30-day process, man, you won't see not one more roach. You might see one roach, but guess what? When you see him again, you're gonna be able to see him. He's gonna be visible, because he's gonna be laying right on the floor in that powder. You know. So then, I remember one time, one of the housekeepers was telling me, I don't know what that smell, but you got a crazy smell when you go in your room. Yeah, because I do it outside in front of my door, and I keep telling some people that don't pay attention. I said, it's the ant powder. Anything that kills red ants, I said, that's what it is. That's that smell you smell it. And you know, some people still didn't get it, you know, but you know, if you don't get it, you don't get it. But yeah, that's how you can eliminate your roaches. You know what I'm saying? 30-day process, eliminate them. You know. So I just want to share that, you know, with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps me out a lot, and I know I can help other people out. You know. So yeah. But once again, everybody that's saying hello, speaking or whatever, how y'all doing? I'm here. I see y'all just driving. And like I said, I'm still learning this live. So I'm not going to be tapping and inviting this person, that person, you know what I'm saying, until I know exactly what I'm doing, you know. And then I'm not going to invite no person that ain't got no picture of a face, not no avatar or nothing like that. I'm talking about you. And mostly it'll be people that I've seen follow me or whatever, and like my post or whatever. Those are the ones that will get the most attention. The ones that are hiding their face or whatever, I don't have nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can follow me. I'll follow you back. I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But when you start speaking like you don't have a brain, then I just I block it. It's easy to hit a button. I like hitting buttons. It's just like making a phone call. You know? So I usually go to my bread store, you know? So what I'm going to be doing this week, because I went to the Sweetie Soul Food restaurant, and I goes in there and they have the collard greens, and then they have the cabbages mixed in it. Oh my goodness, I fell in love. I said, so I'm gonna do me some. If it ain't the collard greens, it'll be the mustard and the cabbages, but I will be having okra in there. Okra will be going in that pot, so I can get rid of the okra or whatever that I have, you know, which I got in the freezer, but I get rid of the majority of it, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm trying to think, I think I'm gonna do fish, do some fish and get some brown rice or whatever, because that's what I want. I really want to do my vegan spaghetti today, to tell the truth, you know? So yeah. But you know, I charge my phone up nice and fully so I can do my video today. You know, hang out for a little while. You know, I been was out, but I just decided to start to go live. I said, you know what? Let me go live. Now it's supposed to have been. I missed the parade last week. You know, so let me get on around this person because they're driving like they crazy, slow, cutting people off and everything. They don't know how to drive, and people drive to piss you off. So that's how that goes. So I got to kind of tone it down because I like to piss people off too when they cut me off. I just cut them right back off. Especially if you cut me off and you're going slow. That shows me that it's an ill will that you're doing that. You cut me off and nobody's in front of you, but you cut over into my lane and then you drive slow. But you're not turning though. They're not turning. They're keeping straight like I'm keeping straight. And I'm like, well, what's the purpose of cutting me off? Then a lot of times you can look at the tag. And boy, when you look at that tag, it's certain people, certain states, oh man. Woo! Like Florida and Texas, your speed limit, you can drive 75. And why in the heck would you come to another state and if that sign says 55 or 65, you want to drive 35? That's because some people have that ill will. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the guy that just got killed. The white woman at the stop sign, at the red light, purposely, when the guy blew the horn, she purposely killed this man. That's why we have to make sure we carry our guns, whether we legal or not. Better carry you a gun because it's a war against black people now. I'm gonna tell you right now. So y'all better carry a gun. Everybody better get them a gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not encouraging people that can't get a gun to get a gun. I'm not encouraging that. But we gotta do something because you wanna know why? It's us against them. And when I say, let me explain something to everybody. When I say us against them, I'm talking about us against everybody. I'm talking about blacks. Everybody is against blacks. So we got to be against everybody. When you gotta, like when I'm at the park, it ain't no scared or nothing like that. When I'm walking, I'm always looking both eyes because this is when people, when you're not paying attention and you're vulnerable, that's when they want to jump out and go to shooting everybody and everything because we're not paying attention. We got to stay more focused. Like I've done a video and I mentioned it one time before. I was talking to a young girl. She was a minor, and I, was doing the meter, and I said, "Ma'am," I said, "I just want to ask you a question." I said, "I'm not trying to holler at you. I'm not no pedophile, nothing like that." And she was like, "Yes, sir." And I was like, the whole while I was right here, I just was doing a test. And I said, "You were looking at your phone. You never looked up." I said, "Pay attention, sweetheart." I said, that's how they're kidnapping everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's how people are getting kidnapped because we're not paying attention. So we have to start paying attention. If we don't pay attention, they're going to always have the advantage. So don't let that phone be a distraction to you. So I try to encourage people that don't let that phone be a distraction. I said, because I remember when we didn't have no phone. So we was always focused. When the police pulled up, we was out there hustling, we got the ram from them. See what I'm saying? We weren't focused on no phone. But it's a good thing phones are out now because you got to catch these murderers in their act when they're killing people unarmed. So you got to catch these murderers. So we have to get our phone out. But as far as just standing somewhere and on your phone and you got your back turned and people, you're not paying attention, man, we got people from all countries that are here that is bringing harm onto our kids. Yeah, you know? Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? We got to pay real close attention. People from other countries, man, they come in here, they kidnapping our kids. And then we got people in America doing it too. Don't get me wrong. I just got to make sure I got to acknowledge them so people can pay attention. Be aware of your surroundings, especially you females, you young females, especially in the South, because they're built a certain type of way, the women in the South, because of the food or whatever from the family genes, all different things. And that'd be an opportunity for these sex traffickers. But the police and them are not, and the FBI, they're not doing their job like they're supposed to. They supposed to have been, went in these hotels, went in these people's houses where you know they're doing sex trafficking at. The Indians are in on it too now. The ones that run hotels, oh, they in on it too now. They kidnapping. You can't find your body. Guess why? Not just Indians now. When somebody kidnap people and you cannot find their body, 9 times out of 10, they being held without their will, or or they're getting your organs and your body will never be found again. Yeah, yeah, man. They slick with it now. They slick with it. But we're not. We gotta be focused. We gotta pay attention. If this is our time now, blacks needs to unite. And then I look at, like I said, I'm always watching the news. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not watching no fake news. I'm not watching no news that Trump and the new administration done put people in. Like they done put people in the ABC, NBC, all these news, and they tell them, hey, when you got something to say negative about Trump, don't say it. About his new administration, don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Just stay focused, stay on point, and put the news. Oh goodness, put the news out there. So they got these tricky lights here, right? Here in New Orleans, because these are they slick here now. The lights, I've never been in no state where the light dim. Like the light is working by solar and it's dim when you get to it, and once you get under the light, it's red. You know, that's how they tricking people and giving them tickets here in New Orleans, and no one's saying nothing about it. No one, nobody's saying nothing about it. I'm paying attention to it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought that light was doggone red. The whole while, the light, when you get up under it, that's when you can see, when you get close to it. But that's a trickery that New Orleans is doing, because they're already jacking people water bills up. You know what I'm saying? I talked to several people, especially in the West Bank. I talked to an 88-year-old black lady. This woman here, doggone told me, she said her water bill was $1,000. She said, don't nobody live here with me. All my kids live in a whole different state. She said, don't nobody live here but me and my dog. She said, there's no way me and my dog drinking that much water. You know, and that kind of touched me. I'm like, this woman 80, and then she got to be on a fixed rate because New Orleans is crooked. They are crooked as they come. That's sad to say it like that, but since I've been here, I've noticed. You know. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? We as blacks, we got to stick together. We have to. Because if we don't stick together, they're going to take us out. Little bit by little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so glad them black Republicans, none of them won. None of them. I'm glad they did not win. Because they are a sellout to the race. You know what I'm saying? They always down in black people. And then they come from the hood. Majority of them come from the same place we come from, the struggling, you know. And then people are wondering, oh, see, why are they not complaining about this and that? Because guess what? This is what they want us to do. They want the blacks to get out and protest because Trump can do what he really want to do. You see, they ain't doing what they done with during the Black Lives Matter movement. They want black people to get out so they can just take it to us. They can They want to be able to run horses over us. They want to sick the dogs on us. That's all it is. That's all it is. And we gotta pay attention, you guys. We have to pay attention. That whole administration do not like black people. Pay attention when you see them on TV. When Trump, you don't see no blacks back there. None. None. But people don't have a problem with that, though. They don't have a problem with that. Especially the black Republicans. That's why I threw that in, because black Republicans, they don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't put y'all in no top position. Y'all get the regular position, the peon position, if he give that to you. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I say they sell out. Because you settle for anything when you should be trying to get a top position like everybody else. Yep. Not one in the Supreme Court. Trump put 2 judges in. He didn't put not one black in. He didn't put not one other race or whatever in there. I'm telling you, this man is a real racist, and I'm tired of black people saying he's not a racist. The ones that voted for him. I'm tired of them saying that. They wouldn't know racism if it slapped them in the face, half of them. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even know if it slapped them in the face. Because they're used to, the black Republicans are used to turning their eye on stuff they see. They're used to turning their head, you know, or moving their eyes like, I ain't see that. I don't see no problem. You know, even when somebody complied with the police, I've heard these idiots, Candace Owens and them. Well, you know what I'm saying? It ain't right what they done, but you gotta comply. Just gotta comply. Like what? You know. So yeah. But yeah, we have to get it together, people. Stop all these playing these games, pretending we don't understand what's going on when the Republicans got control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and for